Alright guys, just a quick update on the new Shubunkin Goldfish. As you can see, my water's all murky, and there's a reason for that, and I'll get into that later. But first I want to thank my buddy Chris from Stubbs Aquatics. You guys may know him already. He's a real nice guy. He's been helping me out when I bred my Sonky Golds together with hatching the eggs and feeding the fry and a lot of other things that I can't think of right now. But his channel is mostly ponds, Shubunkin Goldfish that he breeds, barbs that he also breeds, and also koi out in the backyard he's got in the ponds, and I don't know, he's probably going to breed them too, but his channel's filled with so much valuable information. You guys should go there and check him out. Subscribe to his channel. I think you're going to like it. Alright, now, why is the water murky? I had them for these two for 24 hours. And the next morning, literally 24 hours later, I'm like, why is my water so murky? So I test, not knowing anything, test the ammonia, and sure enough, 0.25 to 0.50, which isn't too bad, but I never get an ammonia spike. And I do have this big canister filter on here, the API, I think it's the biggest one they make. It has 3 chambers in there. The bottom's filled with coarse foam, medium, then fine foam. And the 2 top chambers are filled with biomedia. So I don't know how it got a spike, but let me just tell you, I never seen in my life so many eggs. There must have been thousands, maybe more. I don't even know. I never saw that many in my life. When my guys this big have them, there'll be like a few hundred, maybe 300-400, and it looks like nothing. Thousands. If there was 5,000 of them, I wouldn't even be surprised. And actually, if you look, I don't know if you're going to see it, there's one there on the glass. There, but in the back, they're all over it. I was vacuuming it out because they don't look fertile. They're real white looking. And the reason why I don't think they're fertile, I think I may have 2 females in here, and that may be why. I did manage to keep some of them back, probably about 100 of them that were on the plants that were in here. And they also look white like this thing here. But I kept them anyway just to see. You never know, but I'm pretty sure they're infertile. But literally, I vacuumed it out to try to lower the ammonia. I had to do a big water change. If you remember this intake, it didn't have this pre-filter on, but I'm putting it on now because of the mess they made. Literally, this canister filter was filled with eggs. I had to get it all out of there. What a pain. So I put the pre-filter on. I'm not doing that again. But all the rocks were piled up as high as the foam, you see. And I don't know why they were laying them in the ground on the gravel. The gravel, when I was vacuuming it, was clumped together. I had to keep going over and over. I'm on my second water change I did this morning, and the ammonia seems to be like in good, like, not quite gone, but it's almost gone. So that's good. I sucked out so many eggs in the bottom that my clear tube of the vacuum was solid eggs, like stuck to it. And I still didn't get them out. I kept going over and over, and they just kept coming out. I was catching them in a 5-gallon bucket and saved some of them. But like I said, they look infertile or really white looking. Now, I don't know if that's because the ammonia was like that low. I don't think that would have anything to do with it. Like, I honestly doubt that had something to do with it, because it wasn't that high when they started breeding, so they should have been fertilized, and I got them out pretty quick, and they're still white looking. So, like I said, I think I may have 2 females, and that may be why, because you would think if there was a male in here, some of them should have been fertilized. But who knows, maybe there are. We'll see if they hatch out in another day or 2. I don't know, but like I said, I'm looking at the eggs in the other tank I saved, and they do look white. Okay. Now that I'm thinking, oh, and I think it's this one that laid them, because she was so big and fat in the morning when I saw her. I'm like, what the heck's going on? And being stupid, I didn't think she could be having eggs. But now she's like half the size, so this one definitely laid the eggs. It's a female, so now I know now. Now, this one here kind of looks a little chunky looking. I don't know. I don't see any of the white little barb things, whatever they call them, on the gills. And if you look at my Shubunkin Gold, he just started developing those. And he didn't have them. Let me see. I don't even see them now. But yesterday I saw them. So I know they breed and they don't have them. So I'm not sure. It may be two females. So here's what I did. I'm on the second water change. I put this big mop. I actually just made it. It's got to be, the tank's 21 high, I think. So it's probably about 17 inches, 18 inches long. I made it extra thick, hung it in the middle. So this time around, at least if they're going to lay eggs, they got something to lay. I was unprepared. Who would have thought you just bought them and 24 hours later they're laying eggs? I could say if I would have known, I would have put my male in right away, but I didn't know. Maybe this one could have been a male, and I would have liked to breed them two together to see what they produce. But the original goal was to get it for this guy or the females. That's why I bought two. I said, you're going to either have a male or female out of them both. They're the same, and I have from the Shubunkin Gold, Shubunkins, males and females, so it didn't really matter to me. But right now, I'm pretty sure, I'm going to guess and say they're two females just because they weren't fertile, and I got this guy in there. And as you guys know, he breeds like crazy, so I should be good. And that's why I got them, to strengthen the genetics so I don't get all them deformities. Hopefully this time around when he breeds one of these, I'll get a lot less deformities. And actually, I think these look really good, these new fish. So by breeding him, I think the Shubunkies have like more of a cleaner pattern, like white, orange with black patches, whereas these, they got a lot of black on them, don't get me wrong. Really, that one's awesome. This one's nice too, I like them both, but they're speckly looking, which to me looks just as nice. So if you could get a combination of both of them and something in between, I should get something nice. But like I said, most importantly, I go for the health first. I'm hoping I get better, like fish that are healthier and don't have all the deformities. And also, if you can see their tails sag down, they're so big, like they droop. Hopefully this guy's, the male that I got, this guy here, he has a shorter tail. I'll make him slightly shorter, which would be awesome. But I'm going nuts. I didn't know they were going to breed that quick, so hopefully they'll breed again. They usually do, and I'll be ready for them. And hopefully it'll be my male, but if that's a male, that would be awesome too. But I think it's, like I said, a female. Let me show you the other fish. Now, I got my two females in here. They're in the 125. There's one, there's the other. Along with, I think there's 6 babies in here. Nothing special looking about these babies. Like I said, there was a lot of deformities, and for some reason, the nicest ones that looked way better than the adults had all crooked tails and spines, so I had to put them down. It stinks. But who knows, they may turn out to be something. Some of them are like solid orange with black, so who knows. But Chris told me I should be keeping all my females together so they don't breed. But then I'm looking online, they say they lay the eggs anyway, which is a mess when the fish is big. I don't know. I'll have to try it. But as of right now, like I said, I got them in here. I'm going to try breeding, getting at least a batch from the Shubunkin and the new fish and see what happens. And the funniest thing, I don't know, maybe this fish here isn't even related to that, but they look similar, so you would think they probably are. I would like to get a batch from each one of them if I could, if they're females, but That may be wishful thinking, but we'll see. I mean, I'm not going to keep a lot of them, maybe 100 or so. I ain't going nuts. I'm running out of tanks. But I do have the pond in the backyard, but I hesitate to use it because it's only good for a few months, like 3-4 months out of the year, and you got to pull them back out of it anyway, so. But that's what we're doing here. I'm going nuts. I got the ammonia down. They're eating good. And all I'm waiting for to see if my male will breed one of these two here and almost take it from there. Alright guys, I just wanted to update you. I'm going nuts here. And again, Chris, if you're out there watching, thanks a million. You've been such a help for me getting these guys to where they are now in all the fry. And I appreciate it. You guys better go check out his channel. I'm telling you, he has some nice stuff there. And like I said, a lot of valuable information. If you're a pond owner or if you're just keeping fish in your tank, he has so much information available. Go check him out. Okay, guys. I'll keep you updated on these beauties.